the National Armed Forces. Armored vehicles equipped with laser-guided missile systems and modular multiple rocket launchers, among other equipment, have been made available to the troops. The head of state, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, meets investors on the occasion of the first Invest in Burkina Faso forum. Coming from 48 countries, those investors were urged to reject all forms of corruption, a practice strongly condemned by the ongoing popular progressive revolution. We take you back to last week for the interview with the president of Faso. In a 90-minute discussion, Captain Ibrahim Traoré reviewed the progress achieved in various sectors since he came to power 3 years ago. President of Faso, head of state, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, is continuing his strategy to equip the National Armed Forces. The Supreme Commander of the National Armed Forces handed over yesterday a significant batch of military equipment to the Ministry of Defense and the Veteran Affairs for the benefit of several battalions of the National Army. I hereby officially hand over the keys to these assault and support vehicles, declared the head of state as he presented the keys to the Minister of State, Minister of Defense and the Veterans Affairs, Brigadier General Celestin Sempore. This equipment will strengthen the operational capacities of the troops deployed across various theaters of operations. According to General Sempore, this is cavalry equipment designed to provide greater firepower and support to units deployed in the field. It comes at a crucial time as the Burkinabe Army continues to build up its strength. The vehicles include VN-22B assault guns, modular multiple rocket launcher systems, among others. These armored vehicles are equipped with laser-guided missile systems. They are distinguished by their mobility. And Ibrahim Traoré also met with a delegation of investors taking part in the first international forum, Invest in Burkina Faso, during an audience at the Koulouba Palace. The president of Faso welcomed the participation of all these investors in the international forum, which brought together more than 1,200 participants, including 400 investors from 48 countries, despite pessimistic narratives about Burkina Faso. For Captain Ibrahim Traoré, this first forum is an opportunity for foreign investors to better understand Burkina Faso's current dynamics in order to invest more effectively. The president of Faso informed the delegation that Burkina Faso offers several advantages for secure investments, including a legal framework that protects both domestic and foreign investors and a highly conducive business climate. Captain Ibrahim Traoré urged investors to reject corruption in all its forms, both in seeking and in executing public contracts. Today, we are in a period of revolution. No one needs to resort to corruption to obtain approval or invest in our country. We conduct things transparently, affirmed President Traoré, warning particularly against such practices within the public administration. Welcome, and thanks for coming.
Thank you very much, Yusuf, for inviting me here.
Thank you. Despite pessimistic narratives about Burkina Faso, you decided to come and take part in this event. Is it risky coming to Burkina Faso?
Despite what you see in the media and hear about terrorism and war, it is totally different.
All right.
Totally different. Very welcoming, very safe. I would say, for me, it's like being in Ghana.
All right.
It's very safe.
So you feel at home?
I feel at home already, and I'm happy to be here.
Okay, thank you. Ghana was among the special guest countries at this forum, which ended yesterday.
Yes.
How did you appreciate it?
I would say that the president did very well to invite Ghana, especially because we are neighbors.
Right.
And we know that our president and the president of Burkina Faso, they have a very good relationship.
Right. Right.
And for business people, entrepreneurs like us, it is good that we work together because we have a close proximity.
Right.
So for trade, it is wonderful. And I've seen so many things here, and it's very interesting. There are interesting times ahead. Okay.
During this forum, the aim was to present investment opportunities in Burkina Faso. Which of these opportunities, in your opinion, could be of particular interest for Ghanaian entrepreneurs, Ghanaian investors?
Okay. I've seen a lot of opportunities in the area of logistics and transportation. I have also going around the exhibition and talking to some participants. There are a lot of small businesses in textile, in shea butter, small business. These can be put together in aggregation. You know, there's a African continental free trade agreements that makes it easier for us to work together. So I see all these aggregations that can be put together for the good of us trading together as Africans.
Okay.
Yeah.
What assessment do you make of your participation in this forum?
I've met a number of business people. I had engagement in meetings and activities, and so far I think a good opportunity is coming for us. We'll have a very good collaboration with some of our Burkinabe brothers to establish businesses both here and in Ghana. Like I said, there are a lot of things to do when it comes to logistics and transportation. That is of very good interest to me personally.
So does it mean that in the coming days or in the coming years, we'll be seeing Akua Fie Okere investing in Burkina Faso?
I'm actually coming back. I'm not going to wait for next year for President Touare to invite us here again. Before he invites us next year, I will be here already.
Before I let you go, what's your final word?
My final word to everybody watching me, Burkina Faso is safe. You can invest. There's so much to do here. It's a virgin land, a lot of opportunities. So I invite everybody to bring your money and let's invest in Burkina Faso.
Thank you very much, Ekwa Fie Okere. Thanks for coming.
Merci beaucoup.
And thanks for coming in Burkina Faso.
Merci beaucoup.
Faso with journalists last week in the defense and security segment, Captain Ibrahim Traore discussed prospects for the Burkinabe army facing the press. The president of Faso also highlighted the growing strength of the national army and its determination to defeat terrorism. Now, the reactions of the Burkinabe following the president's interview in Ouagadougou. Citizens expressed great satisfaction with Captain Ibrahim Traore's responses. They praised the president of Faso and encouraged him to stay the course. Listen.
I would say that, we as Africans, we need to be independent, think independently, and like what the president is doing right now. Because if we always trying to go outside and borrow some concepts and come here and say it and want to apply it in our countries, cannot work. So we appreciate it, and we need to think independently. We now, not taking care of others.
The takeaway from me was how coherent he was concerning to the questions of the journalists, concerning the situation of the country, and also his transparency. There's one of my favorite part of it is when they ask him about, at some point during the revolution there was a misunderstanding between the media and the government. And I like how he answered that and he said, let's not be hypocritical. There was a misunderstanding.
All the answers satisfying me because the president of Faso have a vision in the future. So when journalists ask him some question, his answers are very explicit, and I think that very interesting and clear for me.
It is satisfactory, and also it was satisfactory, and it was a little bit to make them worry and open their eyes so that they must do the work. As a doctor, he took the initiative to save peoples beneath all the money or anything else. They must save life. So as for journalists, they must do the same thing. They must do their job to have the good informations and then give it to the people.
And we can have like the initiative of Fasumebo. And yeah, and beyond that, our president during his interview also mentioned that in the coming years for sure we'll have like some black albinos coming from other horizon from of the world to Burkina Faso. It simply means that if we accept to work hard today, because we are in a revolutionary period, it's not so that easy, but if we accept to undergo it and work hard, for sure the coming years are going to be bright for Burkina.
Edition of the UYACO came to an end last week in Ouagadougou after 3 days of discussions on the influence of the geopolitical context on communication and development in Africa. Several recommendations were made. Participants say they learned a great deal from this edition. Listen to a communication student from ISTIC.
Okay, so the topic was geopolitical influence on communication and development in Africa. And we talk about a variety of topics. We talk about cinema as a tool to build and deconstruct our mentality, our narratives. And for me, this was a big, important topic. The movie mentioned there was L'Orage Africain, un continent sous influence, so African Storm, a continent under influence. And it's a movie I never watched before, but when you look at the situation of Burkina Faso, which is a country that is emancipating, a country that is in a quest of sovereignty, it kind of mimics this movie. And for me, it's important to realize that we are what we consume. You know, like the media that we consume, the movies that we consume, the social media, the pages that we visit, we are that. So we are downloading this information and it's embedding in our subconscious mind without us realizing it. So it's important to be mindful of it and to use it with more self-awareness.